Well, I figured I'd do a little update to what's been going on around here video. I ain't done anything in a long time. I went to had a little bit of medical problems. I went to the doctor about, well, my dermatologist. Everybody in Florida's got a dermatologist. I went in there about a month and a half ago, and I had a little spot on my lip, just a little teeny thing, and he said, well, we'll do a biopsy. Anyhow, it come back as a basal cell carcinoma cancer, so I had to go get a couple hours of surgery on that, which in your back or on your arm, it wouldn't be quite a big deal, but in your face, they don't want to just chop a big hole. So basically I had to get this stuff called specialty surgery, called Mohs surgery, where they go in there and they map the cancer. They put dyes, and I don't know exactly how they do it. They dye it, measure it, and then they make their cuts. They send it out to pathology, and it comes back. They check the parameters to make sure they got all the cancer. But anyhow, I had that, so I had some downtime because for a couple weeks you can't do anything because it caused it to hemorrhage, and because they have to cut in pretty deep to get the cancer out. But anyhow, got that pretty much behind me. Little small place just left, but it's healing up good. But I ain't whining. I just figured I'd give you what's going on. But anyhow, I've been cleaning in here. I want to get that side of the building fixed this winter. I need to run that roof out some and tear that side off and fix that. Still got a bunch of crap piled up where I cleaned it away, and cleaned up in here, cleaned all the garbage out and got up in here. I think this winter, I think I'm gonna bring that roof line out right there about 18 feet out here, do away with that shed roof. But anyhow, about the last week, I just been on a binge of buying stuff. You're taking advantage of this government shutdown, so everybody's selling everything. But I bought these from a good friend of mine. They're both 411 posi rear ends out of 70 to 81 Camaros, second gen Camaro rear ends. He gave me a really nice deal on these. And then I picked up this Mark V 454. It's a throttle body engine, but we dumped gas down the throttle body and put an HEI in there and got it running. Any of you guys in Florida, I think it's going to need freshened up, but if any of you guys in Florida need this thing, I don't have any plans for it. I'd let it go for about $550, so if you need one. Actually, if somebody wants to pay the shipping, I'll throw it on a pallet, send it off. And another buddy of mine, I was cleaning his shop out, and I got all these. I got all the 31 fenders and running boards. Back fenders are over there, but they're pretty good shape. And this bunch of stuff here, my son and I went up Sunday night, picked this stuff up in Lake Placid from another friend of mine I do some trading with. We did some wheeling and dealing. He was tired of having a corner shop. But anyhow, this is a 454 standard bore 4-bolt main block, and the heads are LS6 rectangular port heads. Nice set of heads there with the things. Somebody was really putting a good motor together. This is the LS6 crank. It's a 454 standard steel. It's been heat treated, and so it had a lot of good stuff on it. And this is a 800 Holly, and then the intake is a 1969 rectangular port Copo intake. And let's see, junk. And the pistons are LS6 factory pistons, and they got dimpled rods with 7/16 bolts in the thing. So they're original LS6 1970. And oil pan's a pretty neat. Oil pan's a pretty neat thing. It's a 1966 to 1967 427 Corvette oil pan. It's It's got a little trap door thing for the sump in there, so it's a pretty nice piece. So it had a lot of nice stuff on the motor. And that's the push rods and guide plates. And I was working on this the other night. I got a 1956 265 engine that runs. I want to put one of my rat rods, and I kind of want to keep it old looking. I've got a set of the it's got staggered bolt hole valve covers, and I've got a set of those, the old Corvette fin ones. And then I want to put an intake on the thing. It was kind of old, but it's kind of hard to find any of the older intakes, you know, that will take, like, I want to put an Elderbrock on. I'm going to paint it, put the old gold paint on the thing. So anyhow, I took this Elderbrock Performer I had laying around. It was one kind of a nasty one anyhow, and I ground off the Elderbrock Performer and stuff off the thing, and then I put it up in the drill press, took a hole saw and drilled a hole in the front where it would take the, you know, the filler tube or whatever, because there is no filler tube in the other, but try to get that drug out. And I've got an old so I'll walk over here. I got this old Cal Custom air cleaner. I was out in the woods one day and there was an old 57 Ford Gasser out there, and I took this off and that. I want to put that on there. And of course there's those staggered bolt hole Corvette valve covers, which nobody wants them because they're staggered. You know, nobody has staggered bolt holes. Other than that, like I said, just doing a little catch up from having to take the time off. I did start cleaning up these. I've got an old set of I found an old set of lights I had. They're sealed beam, but they were with one of my Model A's, and I've been stripping them down, try to get them ready. I've got a I did some horse trading with one of my buddies, and I'll do a video of his shop too. And his son is coming down from, I think, New York, and he does pinstriping. So I'm going to take those lights, take these cheap Speedway lights off in the Model A Roadster here, and put them on there and get them to pinstripe the radiator shell and them lights, maybe a couple other things or whatever. But it's kind of, we made a horse trade, and that was kind of part of it, that he just give me some pinstriping. But yeah, that's a little update. That's what I've been doing, and kind of just hanging out, licking my wounds, and see what I could do. But I guess that's about it.